All right, welcome to our yin practice. So tonight we're going at about 40 minutes, so that's why our Tabata was a little short. Yin for the whole body. So 2 blocks and a blanket, nice quiet space. And we are going to start our yin practice in supported fish. So in supported fish, you're going to make a T shape, and the long part of the T is going to come right around your back, in the center of the back, lower than your neck, up by between your rib cage and your shoulder blade. And then the other one, the cross beam, is going to come onto your head. Now you can play the one on your back. We want it nice and flat, so the longest vertical part. Now the other one, you can come and play with it. It can go right down to the ground, flat, or it can come to its higher level, whatever works for you. And let's start with the feet, with the knees bent and the feet down to the ground. And your arms are going to come out into a T. So settle in there. And start to quiet your heart, quiet your breathing. We've just come out of a short but effective high intensity interval training. So see if you can settle down your breath. And soften your eyes, soften your cheeks and your jaw and your forehead. Take a couple of breaths to scan your body. Are you feeling tension anywhere? And are you feeling anything that's absolutely wonderful? Maybe it's the beating of your heart. Maybe it's a particular area of your body that's been maybe tense, tight, injured, and it's starting to feel better. So in yin, we want to find our edge. And that's really where, when we move into a pose, where your muscles start to feel it right away. As soon as you feel it, that's where you want to stop and maybe back off just a tiny bit. And then we'll hold it for time. We'll hold it in stillness. And we'll let the muscles have a little break so we can get down deep into the fascia, into the connective tissues. So as your eyes are closed, open your heart and connect to your breath. So supportive fish while we're centering, right? We're still breathing deeply into our chest and allow all the muscles around your rib cage to stretch. Feel that expansion. And maybe you'd like to drag each heel all the way down and extend your legs long. You can also reach your arms up and over, bringing the back of the arms, back of your hands towards the ground, towards the earth. You'll feel that stretch a little deeper into the rib cage, up into your chest and your armpits. But find the one spot, the position that you can hold still and not hold your breath. So I was talking about stillness. That's physical stillness, but we also want to find stillness in our thoughts and in our brains. And it's okay for it to wander. All we have to do is acknowledge it and then bring it back, bringing it back to maybe a mantra. I'm connecting to my heart. I'm connecting to my breath. And then let's bring the soles of our feet together. Drag the heels up towards your pelvis, towards your groin, and go into a reclined butterfly supported fish. Start to bring our lower body into our yin. So again, find that edge. Hips like to hold a lot of tension. So that diamond shape may be a long diamond, it might be a narrow diamond. And with every inhale and exhale, you're softening. You're letting the muscles go. Don't hold on. Trust gravity. So full body here. We have chest and our heart, our ribs, inner thighs, hips. We're grounded to the ground, to the earth, nice and solid. We're slowly is the key word, bringing your hands and your fingers down towards the outer thighs. And then gently guiding those knees back up, bringing the soles of the feet back to the ground, bringing one hand onto your heart and the right hand onto your belly. Feel your connection. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, you're just going to roll over to the side, coming off your blocks and coming into a little fetal position. So using your bottom bicep, bottom arm as a little pillow, drag those knees up a little closer and see what your body is feeling. So in yin, that rebound is equally as important as holding our pose, holding our position. It lets everything we just put our body through integrate into ourselves as the body process it. Now press into your upper hand and we're going to come up to sitting. And then you can either grab your blanket or you can roll the back of your mat up a couple of rolls. But the blanket's nice and soft. So, but don't make it too thick. Maybe quarter fold. And then you're going to bring your sit bones onto your glutes, onto that blanket. That's just going to elevate your hips a little bit. Both legs are going to come out nice and long. You're going to grab a block. Block's going to come to the center, around your knees, maybe around your calf area. And I want you to think, we're going into caterpillar, but I want you to think about your hips. That's where the hinge is going to be. Now, we want to make a small, slight bend in those knees. So if the knees and the hamstrings are super tight, you can place 2 blocks underneath your knees or a bolster or a rolled up towel. That's just going to protect that hamstring from shortening up any more than it likes to shorten. And then now, draw your head, your heart. Think about your heart. Draw your heart forward, elongate your spine, bow your forehead down, and allow your head and your back and your neck to relax. Really let go here. Let your legs feel nice and heavy. So that block or 2 blocks, or whatever you need, you can bring your forehead down onto the block. You can lower the block a little bit and bring your hands onto your elbows onto the block and cup your chin into your hands. But we want to elongate the spine and drop the head, so it's best if we just drop it right down. Check in. Are you holding tension anywhere? So we're really targeting the back of the body here. We're providing lots of attention to all the muscles around our spine. Also gives us a healing touch to our abdominal organs as we compress them. Find your edge. And if you find you're holding on, back off just a bit. Going deeper isn't always better. Going longer is where the game changer happens. So find your stillness in your body. Find your stillness in your breath. So your inhales and your exhales are equally long, and they're nice and quiet. Find a stillness in your mind and in your thoughts. Inhale, I am present. Exhale, I let go. And in yin, we try to wait to be invited by our body as opposed to our mind telling our body what it needs. Turn off the mind, turn off the thoughts, and we just listen to our body. And while we're letting our head and neck go, can you let your mouth and your jaw go? I want you to think of the word slow and truly, truly, truly go slow. So bring your hands maybe up on top of your thighs. Keep your head heavy. Hold it here for a breath. And press into your legs softly. Start to restack your spine. One vertebrae at a time. Come back up. Hold it here for a breath. Remove your block. Bring your hands down alongside your body. You're going to slide your glutes down and come down onto your back. Extend your legs. Extend your arms down alongside your body with your palms up. And our rebound is like a little mini shavasana here. So feel the pulsing, the sensations, acknowledge them, that lower back. Know that we just did great things for our spine. And we're going to roll over onto our tummy. Still using the long side of your mat. Now you can keep that blanket folded in that quarter as we align our elbows with our shoulders. So elbows and shoulders aligned. You're going to press into your forearms into the ground and slide your hands back a little bit to lift your chest off the ground. Your head and your chest are up. So we've moved into Sphinx pose. Now pull your shoulders back, extend your tailbone towards your heels. Now we want to find that edge. So you want to relax your upper body as best as you can. Now maybe having the elbows in is a bit too much. So slide the elbows out a little bit towards the top of the mat. And relax your upper body. So relax your shoulders. Start to breathe again through your heart and through your chest. So Sphinx is another big heart opening shape. I just want to breathe into the heart. And the more we practice this heart opening and this heart breathing, the more it's going to help us to learn to breathe deeply into our chest when we're off the mat. Got a nice back bend here that might reduce some lower back pain. Definitely is going to help us improve our spine flexibility. So check in, even with your ankles and your toes. You're finding that edge. So you're pressing, your body's pressed down into the ground. Those arms is going to cause that flexibility in the spine. And know that you're not holding your entire body up with your shoulders. The back is doing the work, the core. And then slowly, again, slowly is our key word for this practice. Bring your hands, so you're going to bring the elbows out to the sides of your mat. Bring your hands on top of each other. and then lower your forehead onto your hands into what we yogis like to call wisdom pose. We'll settle in here. And again, what is your body feeling? Acknowledge the pulses, the sensations, the feelings. And then we're going to lift up and we're going to move the blanket out of our way for a few poses there. So just move it off to the side and then roll onto your right side and extend your legs. Extend your arm up and over toward the top of your mat and place your head on your arm. So you're in a nice long side body. Then bend the knee that's underneath. Reach behind to grab your knee, your foot, and bring the leg back. Then you start to slide. I have no room to do this. One second here. So we're going into a quad stretch in the back of the leg. Bring that back, and then I'm going to slide my front leg up. You're coming into cat pulling its tail. So a couple of options here. You can hang out here, or you can go into a twist. So drop the back shoulder towards the ground, and you're going into a spinal twist there. See what that feels like. You can bring yourself up, and you can rest your hand, bend your elbow, and rest your head onto your hand. Or lying down onto the ground, you can reach that arm up and grab the toes of the opposite foot. So you're holding your foot and your toe. And then can you go into the spinal twist? So remember, you're finding your edge here. It's not about going deep, 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 deep. What feels right for your body through this practice? So choose whichever shape works best for you. We're going to do it on the other side and know that each side of our body, it's going to feel different, right? So this is considered a pretty advanced pose because it combines that twist that you're doing into your spine with a slight back bend. Right? It also stretches our IT band, quadriceps. It says it revitalizes our entire body. Win, win, win. And it relieves stiffness in the lower back. So soften your eyes again. Maybe put a small smile, a little smile on your face. Let your body soften through that. If your body wants to move or has an itch or has a wiggle, do it. It's more distracting trying to stay still. Get that itch, get that wiggle over with, and then reset back into the pose. And then we're slowly, slowly, slowly going to come out of that. So let the back leg go. Drag that top leg back in line. Roll onto your back nice and slow. You're gonna have to lift your hips up, realign your spine back to the center of your mat. And then bring your knees into your chest, wrap your knees around your shins, soften through your shoulders, soften your ankles. Maybe let the ankles drop towards your glutes. And breathe. And then we're going to take that to the other side. So roll to your left side. Extend your arms so you can use that bicep as a pillow. Extend your legs. Hang out here. And then bend the under the back leg, the bottom leg, knee, and reach your foot up towards your glutes so you can grab it with your hand. Then start to drag the top foot up and across with the toes pointing towards your shoulder. And remember, I said each side of our body is a little different. So maybe this side you stay here, or you roll back into the shoulder, into the twist. Or maybe the twist isn't right for this side. Maybe it's cradling your head up. Maybe it's keeping the head down and extending your finger, hand, your arm long to maybe touch the toes, maybe not. And know that you're giving your quad, that upper IT band, the muscle that comes down the side of our thigh, a nice stretch. That spine's getting that flexion and that twist. And let's settle in. Again, find your stillness first in your body. Find that edge, find your stillness. Find your stillness in your breath. Make your inhale and your exhale nice and long. Find your stillness in your mind. Stay connected to your breath. Know that the longer we stay, the better we get past the muscles, we get into our fascia, the connective tissue, down into our ligaments, into our bones. Maybe you're noticing as the time passes that muscle, that tightness, maybe in the quad, maybe in the spine, maybe in the shoulder, kind of disappears a little bit, softens, opens up. Very gently let go of the back foot. Drag the top leg back in a line. Roll over onto your back. Using your feet to push those glutes up. Push the spine back to the center of your mat. Then bring both knees into your chest. And then bring both knees towards your shoulders. So take the knees away from one another. Squeeze the knees. Squeeze those thighs into your abs. Keep your tailbone long and connected to the earth. Soften those hips. Soften your inner thighs. And then we're going to bring the knees back in alignment with your body, with your hips, and find your block. You're going to bring the block down towards the ground so that your left foot can sit on top of the block. Your right ankle is going to cross over your left knee. You're going to guide your right knee away from your body. You might use those toes to wiggle that block up a little bit. Maybe you lift your body up and bring the glutes a little closer to that foot. Moving into a reclined swan, reclined figure four here. Bring your arms to cactus arms. Back of the ground kisses the earth. So again, we're opening up our hips here. We're opening up the chest, the back. And breathe. Again, that when you've pushed that thigh away, that hip flexor, maybe it has to back off just a bit. Are you holding too tight? And let the foot on the block just get heavy. You don't have to hold it with your toes. You don't have to grip it. Great, great, great shape for anybody that sits all day, whether you're doing a lot of driving. Carol, you were talking about driving. People sitting at the office in their chair all day. Can you soften your muscles? Now we're going to remove the foot off of our knee, and we're going to bring that foot, keeping the knee bent, to the outside of your mat, so wide. You're going to lift the opposite foot off your block, and it comes wide as your mat. Arms going to come into a T with the palms down to the ground, so do a little rotation for those shoulders. And drop your knees to one side and then to the other. Let's do a few windshield wipers here. And then both knees are going to come back towards the ceiling and then drop both knees into one another. So kind of making, you might have to walk those feet in a little bit, making a little V shape, a little tent shape with your knees. And then we're going to hug our knees back into our chest. Find your block and move it to the other side. And then the right foot will come onto that block. And again, that heel is fairly close to your glutes. So you either slide the block closer to your glutes or pick up your body and move your glutes closer to it. Take your left ankle, cross it over your top of your thigh. Using your hand, just guide that knee away just to find your edge here. We're going to bring our arms to diamond shape now. So make a big diamond shape over your head. One hand can rest into the other, or maybe your fingers just curl into one another. We settle in, we open the hip and the socket. This side. And maybe you're noticing that one side's tighter than the other. My left is always tighter than my right. Soften your breathing. Do a body scan. Are you holding tension somewhere? Soften your toes, soften that foot, let it get heavy. That block will hold you up. Trust. Check in with your breathing. Are your inhales and your exhales nice and equal, nice and slow, nice and steady? And we'll bring the hands back down alongside your body. We'll lift that left foot off and keeping the knee bent. Keep the left foot to the outside of your mat. And then step the right foot off your block. Bring your arms back to a T with the palms down. And just do those windshield wipers nice and slow, side to side. Really let the knees drop. Let gravity be your friend here. And the knees will stay up towards the center, and we'll remove the block out of the way. Grab your blanket. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. And then we'll extend the legs nice and long. Bring each heel to the outside corner of your mat. Wrap yourself up into that lovely blanket. Get yourself nice and warm. Or maybe if you don't want to wrap yourself all the way up, You want to at least put the lot of weight of the blanket onto your thighs, onto your pelvis, onto your hips and your abs, like a little weighted blanket. Arms along your side, and sink into the most important part of any yoga practice, our corpse pose, our shavasana. Have a few minutes of quiet and silence, and know that I will bring you back in a couple of minutes. So truly, truly, truly sink, melt, surrender, and succumb. Slowly start to make some small movements with your fingers and your toes. Maybe make some bigger movements with your wrists and your ankles. If there's something your body craves, maybe it's a stretch and a yawn, feel free to do that. Feel free to stay exactly where you are. For a longer shavasana, you're in your own home. But if you're ready, roll over to one side, hang out for a breath, and push yourself up slowly up to sitting. Finding a nice, comfortable seated spot. Bring our arms up towards the sky. Join your fingers, join your palms, and join your thumbs. Close your eyes, bow your head. Bring your hands to your heart center. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for letting me lead tonight's practice. And may all your thoughts, words, and actions be a benefit to all living things. Thank you very much. Namaste.